Should Marvin Jones Jr. be brought back by the Detroit Lions? Cue that intro, it's showtime. Marvin Jones Jr. still has ties with Detroit, as his wife still owns Everything Bundt Cakes in Troy, Michigan. Marvin also still has unfinished business with the Detroit Lions, as he was once a member of the last team under Jim Caldwell to reach the playoffs. And he left Detroit right after the offseason of 2020, which was the start of the Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell era, following the Boston Turds, aka the Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia era. Since Detroit, he spent the last 2 years with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Bringing in a guy like Marvin Jones Jr. won't be a long-term contract or a long-term deal, which is right up the alley of Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell. As Marvin is 33 years of age, he could finish his career back in Detroit and help the Detroit Lions finish what he tried to start, and that is win a division title and a playoff win. Adding Marvin Jones Jr. does not take us out of drafting a wide receiver, because after this year, we are still have the same two issues, only having two wide receivers under contract moving forward after the 2023 season, which is Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams. So adding a Marvin Jones Jr. is a perfect fit for Detroit. It wouldn't cost much time or money to bring him in, and we can let him finish what he set out to do here following leaving the Cincinnati Bengals back in 2016. Now, I absolutely would love Marvin to be back. I felt like his last few years here in Detroit under the Boston Turds or the Matt Patricia era, I thought kind of left a sour taste in his mouth, and he came here leaving the Cincinnati Bengals, who are now title contenders, left them to bring a new energy to Detroit, pair up with Golden Tate, who's no longer in the league, but to pair up with him and try to bring a division title to the Detroit Lions and bring a playoff win that we all are wishing and hoping for. And what better chance than this year? We are primed to win a division title for the first time in NFC North history. We are primed to make the postseason and possibly win a playoff game this coming up season. Now, will I go out on a limb and say we will? I can't say that just yet. I have to see this team in motion throughout the season. We could talk playoff winning. Let's talk that in December, where we're in the hunt for the playoffs. Now, finishing 8-2, I feel like, yeah, we hung with some of the best teams that the league has to offer. So, could we win? Absolutely, we can win. And to give Marvin Jones Jr. something that he set out to do, leaving the Cincinnati Bengals in 2016, and then having to spend the last 2 seasons with the Jacksonville Jaguars, this could be the perfect opportunity to finish what he started. Anytime you hear motivational stuff, you always hear, finish what you start, finish what you start. Well, this is a prime opportunity to let Marvin Jones Jr. finish what he started. He wanted to bring a division title to Detroit. He wanted to bring a playoff victory to Detroit. He knows how Detroit loves their football team and how we are trying to get back to relevancy. The last 10 games of the past season, we kind of did that. Now it's time to take that next step, adding a Marvin Jones Jr. to fill out for DJ Chark while still drafting a Quentin Johnston or whoever's on their draft board. If there's a wide receiver on their draft board, you could still bring them along. And if you let Marvin go after the season or after 2 seasons, depending on his contract, whether it's a 1 or 2 year deal, well, you got a guy to step up and you've already groomed him. So it's a next man up and let's go. And then you have 3 guys left on your roster following this season. For this year, it makes the most perfect sense to add Marvin Jones Jr. to the Detroit Lions. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to help this YouTube channel get into the YouTube algorithm, consider clicking the thumbs up, and it tells YouTube that you enjoy this content that you are watching. It might not be much, but it helps tremendously get into the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you want to be a part of this growing community, consider clicking the subscribe button and hitting the post notifications to all if you want to be alerted when another Detroit Lions video drops. We are on the road to 150 subscribers. Thank you so much in advance. And with that being said, I will see you in the next video, because grit don't quit. #1pride, baby. Peace.